Welcome back everybody. Today, this is video number 3. I think that video is very important there. This is about the new moon and what we are going to be blooming and facing the full moon. There's going to be a very interesting situations that's going to happen because Mars is going to be joining the South Node. Usually when a Mars joining the South Node, that can be his actions on the base of the past. Maybe the past is gonna be kind of like a repeating itself. But does the Mars is gonna be repeating the past, or Mars is gonna overcome the threshold of the past and choose the divine? Talking about the divine energies because the divine energies they are gonna be very interesting at this point of this report. I'm gonna give you day by day. Another side that you're gonna be looking at is that, especially when we're talking about the first quarter moon, there the moon is gonna be interesting positions because later on she's gonna be joining Pluto, and that is gonna be squares the knots, the south node, the north node, which is uh, the past, which you did, and the things that comes in. You're gonna find some revelations in there, and there's gonna be some interesting aspects during this. But when you reach out to the full moon, that's gonna be that the moon and the sun they're gonna be on top with the total opposite directions, with no other aspects there. So there's gonna be at 29th, there's gonna be this intensity in there. But without the intensity, they're gonna be testing the strength of what did bloom, what did you grow. And who's gonna be testing the strength? Your masculine in your feminine. Jeez. Are you gonna be the flower that will survive and love the storm? Because the storm brings the rain. But if you're the flower in the storm, you don't like the storm, and you're all way down and so on, you don't see that the next day there's going to be a sunshine and rainbow. There's going to be a lot of interesting energies going on with this. So I'm going to be going on as you see it in your chart. I set up the chart for noon. So that way, every day you are going to be seeing it. You've seen it pretty much the whole picture as the new moon comes in. That is it about the time that the moon. This is the energy of the moon just about to get out of Virgo, goes into Libra. If you've been looking at the blooming report, that's what I was talking about. But you're going to see that during to this intensity of the moon facing the sun, you're going to be facing that blooming authority. Did you bloom right? Did you get it? Your authority is in the balance with yourself. And it's going to be tested. It's going to be tested with your intuitions. So, without further ado, there, later on 16th of September, the moon is going to be joining Mars and it's going to basically tell him, hold your horses in there, looking at the divine growth, the growth, which is Jupiter is going in a retrograde mode. And it says, hold on to Venus. Don't worry about it. I'm going to be learning all this, and everything is going to be coming up to understand from within you. But you need to understand these energies from within yourself. Since Jupiter is retrograde and so on, that energies may be gonna be really kind of like a pull you down. You may gonna feel like, yeah, I'm kind of like sabotaging myself or saying to yourself, no, no, you seeing it the right things as you go back to understand your own self. It's not about others. It's never been about others. It's always been about yourself. What I can do with others. If you can think like I can do with others, use them, that doesn't make you a person. But if you using others what I can achieve and create with others, which is that's what Libra is. Contracts, love, partnership, that's what this is going on. And you're going to find out your divine masculine on the 16th. What are they going to do? So talking about on the 17th, there, as you see it on the screen, is changed. There, the moon goes with the south node. What did you do there? Uranus is supporting the south node. Neptune and the Chiron supporting divine energies there. As you see it, all the green lines, those are the divine energies. A lot of divine energies are in the playground within as they are helping. Here is the confirmations as they helping us to achieve what we have to achieve with this. And during this period of time where the moon joins the south node, that is going to be the intuition is what did I did in the past. But if you have not changed, if you're not transformed, I'm talking about this red line here between the moon, the north, the south node, and Pluto, and that is affecting the north node. That oppositions of the intuition, you're basically gonna be stuck. You're gonna be stuck between what I did in the past, what I did in the future. But if you're looking at the divine energies, they are helping you of guiding you within yourself. And when those guides, this is at the time they're like, okay, let me stop for a minute. What is the situations wants from me? Change, transformations, new beginnings. I have to put a different situations in my life. Stop acting, start understanding. So on the 18th, the moon is going to be going to Scorpio. There's going to be a good time for purifications there, time to see the limitations within ourselves. The moon is going to show you the truth of what limits you. This is going to be a very beautiful day, you to recognize things. The moon is at the 5th degree of Scorpio. And at the same time, the moon is helping Mercury to understanding these energies. You're going to find out that Mercury begins to be a little bit more active, kind of like start picking up speed. He doesn't talk to nobody, so this silence for a little bit, it's going to be very interesting. So on the 19th, there, as you see it, the moon goes into the pretty much the meat of Scorpio. It's going to be squaring Venus and it's going to be squaring Jupiter. That is going to be like, what is this? Why cannot you grow? Looking within yourself. You need to mature from within. If Venus says, I need my masculine energies. But you need your masculine energies to understand what to do with the masculine energies, or you're seeking the masculine energies so you can become the masculine energies. What will going to happen with the feminine? And this is a the time where a lot of the people are going to start doing these reevaluations. I choose to be a feminine. I have to look my feminine side, but I seek in a masculine energy so I can understand how to operate with the masculine, but not me to be the masculine energies. There's going to be a lot of transformations of that Venus they happen because Venus was retrograde, and now since Venus is moving forward, she realizing exactly this. She's preparing to bloom. She's preparing to go home. Where? Libra. So, talking about at 20th of these positions, as you see it, the moon is going to be very much powerful. She's going to be giving a lot of intuitions of the visions and what you need to heal. At the same time, she's going to be sextiling the sun. It's going to be like, hey, authority, let's go ahead and fix this. A lot of communications. Let's see this art that we can do. Let's do this project. Let's build this new architecture. Let's build all this. Let's get and work. But the authority says, like, I don't have a vision, so I don't know how to heal the past within myself. But at the same time, the authority sees like, I can listen to intuitions, I can listen to the universe, I can go ahead and see my future. I have to be make sure that everything is okay, but I also is going to be transforming myself. So it's very important to give time and space to your partner. So talking about the 21st, there the moon begins to walking at the mid of Sag. It's at 14 degrees 5 minutes, as you see it in the screen. But that is going to be squaring Mercury. And Mercury right now is in a very beautiful trine with Jupiter. It is like he's going to tell you what to prevent you that growth. Before, when he was going retrograde, he told you when the Jupiter was going forward, so he did something. Now they switch in roles. Mercury is direct, Jupiter is retrograde. Now what happens in this? Now what the results are? Now what did you do? Now what are you going to tell yourself? As you see, there is going to be a divine energies between the moon and Jupiter. As you see the moon right here, that green line with Jupiter, that is going to be affecting Mars. And talking about the moon and the Mars, they're going to be this spatial um, divine energies between Libra and Sag towards Taurus. This is the time for manifesting what you need to do. This is the time of put your heads together and go ahead and set up the proper situations within. At the same time, the moon is trining Venus. The mother helps the daughters to evolve as the daughter looks to her future partner. So interesting energies. So at later on 22nd, okay, this is gonna be the time as the sun is getting ready to bloom. If you've been looking at to the bloom report, now the sun is right there where the moon was, where the Mercury was switching from retrograde to direct. It is ready to go in there. It's going to see its limitations. The sun has these divine energies with Saturn in there to seek the limitations. But what the limitations are? The moon, the intuitions right now, it is the first quarter moon. It's squaring Neptune, it's squaring it's squaring Chiron, and that energy is going to be like authority. What's going on with you? Come on, it's time for you to bloom. It's time, no patience, and so on and so on. You need to understand to be a very patient during this first quarter moon. That is a oppositions in there, which is a full moon and a third quarter moon. This is we're beginning our lessons. We're facing the first quarter of that lesson. And then we're fighting with each other about the lesson. Then we see what the lesson is, which is the third quarter moon. And then when it's all finished, beginning the new moon, that's going to be a new moon in Libra. You're going to be finding out the new balance you create, the new flower that you're blooming in your garden, the new seed that you become. All right. So, talking about that 23rd, very beautiful energies about communications. Timing is right. The sun, it's still looking at it's already in Libra. That is a 22 minutes, 22 seconds of Libra. The moon is at 11 degrees, 19 minutes of Capricorn. That energy is going to become more, bring it down to the earth energies. Mercury, it's there of Virgo. So looking at within those intense energies, the rest of it that there are, it is about Pluto squaring the knots. So that energies of squaring the knots is going to be affecting your transformations to now blooming as authority. Are you going to be allowing yourself to heal from the past and bloom, or it's still going to be waiting for that cocoon in fears? So later on 24th um, of September, as we see it, the moon joins Pluto. That is going to be putting this intuition of, okay, I have the past and I have the future. Now what? The past is gone. The future has not been made. What do you need to focus within into the present? And that present is about that the sun and the moon. They have a very beautiful trine, and they are in a beautiful trines with beginning of these Jupiter energies. They're gonna be talking about the moon and Pluto and trine. The sun is gonna join that trine later on, but currently it is about the moon that says like, aha, here's what you need. Here is the intuition. Here is the energy. Here is what you need to do. If you're the right authority, you can take the informations, you can do your inner work and thank for the intuition that exists. But if you're still on the old energies, like, oh, I have more authority, are you gonna tell me what to do? You're gonna missing the points of that. Totally gonna missing the point. So, talking about later on at the 25th, the moon basically is going to be kind of like stay neutral. Hopefully, not mess it up between the masculine, feminine energies, mother, father issues, maybe situations from within that positions. You're going to see, like, I don't have intuition, I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, if you don't have your authority, intuition working together with yourself, now without the intuition, you're only what? You're only authority. But what the authority is? The authority is seeking these transformations and this divine energy, stop these conflicts that has in its self. So on the 26th, the moon is moving forward. She is right now supporting the both nuts, but also what it does is she's squaring Uranus. And Uranus is beginning to square Lilith. I mean, not Lilith, but Venus. And as you see this, it kind of like the universe says, like, what's going on with that? But since Uranus is retrograde and the Venus is moving forward, Venus is like, okay, we had this discussion from before. I see what is your point, universe. I see what the situations is. I see that intensity again. Don't remind me about the past. I healed that already. I am looking for my destiny. I am looking for what I am. As we see it, Venus is in a very beautiful trine with the North Node, but she's in a very beautiful sextile still with Mars, and a very beautiful sextile with the South Node. So she basically understood what happened in the past, like how much she's been grown. So on 27th, the moon is moving forward. She's still in Pisces. She's going to be crossing through Saturn. Saturn right now it's opposing Lilith. Just talking about Lilith, that energy is like, I'm opposing your shadow. I don't need to see your shadow. Fix your shadow. Shred it in pieces. Do what you have to do with this shadow. Clean up under the rug. Enough is enough. Otherwise, I will restrict you in your life that you ain't gonna see anything in life. And this is why some of the people who hiding from within itself, they're hiding their feelings, they're hiding their situations. Now the energy is like, come on out. You deserve to life. You deserve everything because Saturn is teaching you, not only limiting you. He wants to show you your own limitations inside of you. So at 28, there, as you see it, the moon joins Neptune, who is still retrograde. In there, there is this divine energies between Lilith and Mars. At the same time, supporting in there, Chiron is right there. A lot of healing of the past wounds from the shadow, Because if somebody says something like, yeah, this and this, and I'm gonna do this and that, and so on and so on and so on, but actually they never had it. Now they created the wound. It's a wound. Are you gonna be forgiven? As you pay attention, this is the last degrees of Pisces. This is your shadow to die, so your soul to live. And this is gonna be that power of the moon. It's gonna rise up to show the sun to leave. And talking about this full moon energies right now, as you see it, only the ascendant is going to be given help. The rising energies, the midheaven is going to help throughout the day about this full moon, but they're going to be against each other. And looking at all those oppositions, without the oppositions, you have to find the balance. If you put everything into the Libra, the two opposite tanks, but who holds the Libra? Australia, the Virgo, the judge. But who does the judgments? I determined what is truth, the scales, which is Libra. So this is gonna be an authority versing my primary intuitions, my base needs. So during those fights in there, you're gonna find that the intuitions and authority can be two different things, but they have to learn to work together. It is at the same time Mars and the South Node, they're coming together. Mars gonna facing the North Node. Be mindful about this energy because that can lead nothing good, but a self sabotage. You're acting against your destiny. All right, guys. So that's what it was. That's a report from the new moon to full moon, and a little bit before the full moon, or actually on the full moon, because that is the best way to get the energies. I'm gonna be making the report. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that report will help you out. Be love, guys.